Next question says, for an individual operating in a competitive market, marginal revenue equals A, marginal cost, which is greater than average revenue for all levels of output. B, average revenue and the price for all levels of output. C, average revenue, which is greater than the price level for all levels of output. Or D, average revenue, the price and marginal cost for all levels of output. And so what we have here is saying in a perfectly competitive market, where is marginal revenue? What does marginal revenue equal? And so in a perfectly competitive market, we know that marginal revenue and the demand curve are one and the same. The price you get is the marginal revenue of each good. And so there's no, it's not like a monopolistic competition or a monopoly or an oligopoly graph where you have a separate marginal revenue curve and a demand curve. It's just the same demand curve. In that sense, we know that any marginal revenue we receive will be the same as any average revenue because marginal revenue is the same, and all firms in competitive markets are price takers. What that means is the demand curve is horizontal, right? For an individual firm, it'll look something like this. And let me see if I can. I don't think my board is working once more again. So, interesting. Okay, well, and then looks like we have the same glitch as before. Well, anyways, so what I'm trying to say is that let's try and reset this one more time. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that the price taker situation in a perfectly competitive market means that all firms face the same price level. They don't have an option to decide whether or not what price they want to charge. And so there's perfectly elastic demand. You can't really change the price. So average revenue is going to be equal to marginal revenue. We have D is equal to marginal revenue, which is also equal to average revenue. And so that's going to be price level for all levels of output. And so what does this really match up to in our answer choices? And the correct answer would be B. For an individual firm operating in a competitive market, marginal revenue equals average revenue and the price for all levels of output. We can see that here, right? And so that's going to be our final answer here. And the explanation that the previous tutor gives says that an individual firm operating in a competitive market acts as a price taker. This means it can sell as much as it can at the given market price. Due to this price taking characteristic of a competitive firm, each additional unit it sells results in revenue equal to market price. The revenue from each additional unit sold is total marginal revenue. So with respect to competitive firms, marginal revenue is equal to price. As we know, that average revenue is always equal to price. Since in cases of competitive firms, marginal revenue is equal to price, which is equal to average revenue, therefore marginal revenue is also equal to average revenue. Thus, for an individual competitive firm, marginal revenue equals average revenue and the price for all levels of output. Hence, the correct answer choice is B. So good. And we can mark that as correct.